be worshipped and a Savior to be followed. But he's also a Lord to be obeyed. And when Christ speaks, he speaks with an authority that causes all of us to obey. And when he speaks with that authority, a lot of that is him being able to come down and reaching us personally. It's a relationship type of authority. He's able to sit down one-on-one with us and guide us, teach us, and give us the things that we need to be not just better people on the planet, but better servants of God. Now today it's a story that was set at Capernaum, which is the hometown of Peter. And Jesus got into the synagogue and he starts to teach. And a lot of them are starting to be astounded, not that he just sits up there, as they say, like a scribe and just basically reads from the book and people understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. He teaches with authority, as if he wrote the words himself. He's able to explain them better. He's able to give us the ability to really reach down and understand where he's coming from when he writes this. And in verse 22, we read the statement from Mark. It says, the people were astounded at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, not as the scribes. Now this is a curious statement from Mark because the teachers of the time, they were the law. They taught the word. They were the authority. And unfortunately, and I believe that most people of the clergy should understand that there are two types of authority. There's positional authority, and there's a relation authority. And most people that are out here have a positional authority. If you go back into the times, the leader of Rome thought he was a god. Positional authority is an ungodly authority. And many politicians and even some people who are actually in the church as well say, this is my position. I'm your church leader. You need to respect me because of my position here in the church. And that's not true. The position in the church needs to be one of a relation authority. It needs to be one where I have an open relationship with you. Just because I'm a deacon makes me no better than anybody else. I'm learning like everybody else. I sin like everybody else. I fall and I stumble like everybody else. And if we all sit and understand that all of us are all the same, we're all together in this walk that we have with Christ, that relationship that we have with Christ grows even stronger. The people of the church need to have the authority that is transparent. We need to earn the respect of the people, not expect it. Many people who are leaders in this world, kings in other countries, are, I'm the king, you must respect me, otherwise I will exude my authority to crush you. It's the way it is. Follow or die. Jesus is the opposite. Jesus wants you to follow because of love. He wants you to use that love with Christ to follow him. He wants to come. I can stand up here, which is authority. And that's kind of the reason why most people, we can get up behind the pulpit. Some people think the pulpit is a position of authority. And it shouldn't be. We should be able to come down to these steps here and have a seat right with everybody else. And me talking to you now is a little bit different now because we're all on the same level. I'm one of you. I love each and every one of you, and I hope each one of you love me as well, because God tells us to do so. And as we sit together, we need to think about our own authority in our lives. God gives us the ability to have authority in the way that we speak the word for other people. Not because we read it more than other people, not because we feel that we've been scholared more than other people. It's because God gave us the word for all of us to be able to read, to understand, to have that relationship with him. And it's that relationship that with him that we have gives us a better understanding of his word. The more we love others, the more we understand His Word. The more we understand His Word, the more we can love others. And there is an authority there. Call it a passive authority. We don't need to have the direct authority every day. It's an ungodly authority. We have people out there making rules and regulations and everything that help guide our life. And many of these rules are good. Many of them aren't. But as a people, especially here in the United States, we're governed by a body of rules. And there is an authority above